there! Welcome to my very first video on real estate. So the reason I wanted to do this video is when I very first got started in real estate, which was not that long ago, I found myself not really understanding even some of the very basics of the real estate business, especially coming into it as a new home buyer, someone who's never purchased before. That's actually a lot of us at my age bracket. You know, the whole joke is millennials will never be able to afford a house. Well, that does kind of ring a little bit true, especially for me. I wanted to kind of demystify some of the things that might be so incredibly basic that like you almost felt stupid asking about it.
Why don't you explain this to me like I'm 5?
So without further ado, here is a quick primer on what the different types of real estate agents are. There are two basic roles that any real estate agent is going to fill. So I'm going to go over both of those really quickly, but today I really want to focus on buyer's agents because I think especially for people that are kind of newer to home buying, that is the role that you're maybe not quite as familiar with, don't really understand exactly what their role is. Seller's agent, what you're probably imagining is something like this scene in The Simpsons.
Listen up, everybody. Marge Simpson sold her first house.
How about that?
Nice.
The murder house.
Whoa, wow, now that's something.
Booyah!
Or this scene in Family Guy.
I don't know about buying a place without seeing it first.
Of course not. I wouldn't expect you to. But as your friend, I wanted to let you know early because there's another buyer who's about to snap it up. Let me just give him a call and let him know he's going to get the place.
Wait. Okay, I'll take it.
All right, you won't be sorry.
Or my favorite real estate agent, Phil Dunphy.
And this is the great room, although great hardly seems to do a room like this justice. Weird, squiggly painting not included.
I actually love it.
I do too. It's really beautiful.
So what those three have in common is those agents are acting as seller's agents. The seller's agent represents the owner of the home being sold. The main thing that the seller's agent is going to do is list your house and market it. So, the buyer's agent is really what I wanted to talk about today. As a newer agent, this is typically the role that I take on. That doesn't mean that buyer's agents are all new agents, although I will be doing a video upcoming on why you actually should hire a new agent. So look forward to that. But it's maybe a little less clear what that role is if you've never purchased a home before. Seller's agent, their priority is to help the seller. That's great. You know, if you're selling your home, you want your home to sell for the best price so you can get the most money. Duh, obviously. If you're the one buying the home, you want to pay as little as possible, right? So you should definitely have someone in your corner that is only there to work for you. And that is what a buyer's agent does. Buyer's agent serves basically three purposes. First, they are going to help you find your home. I know right now, if you're like me, you like to get on Zillow and just kind of surf, see the different types of homes you like, maybe homes you can't even afford, maybe totally bonkers listings with, you know, weird, creepy things in the basement. Once the time comes to really narrow down your search, you can definitely continue to do the search yourself, but it is really beneficial to have a buyer's agent also helping you with that search. So on a lot of home sites like Zillow, realtor.com, Trulia, any of those big websites where you're just searching, you know, homes in my area under X amount of dollars, this many bedrooms, this many bathrooms, whatever, a lot of the time you're going to see a button that says schedule a tour. When you click schedule a tour, what it's going to do is actually connect you with a buyer's agent in your area. Once you've scheduled this tour, you're going to meet up with this buyer's agent. Hopefully you've had a conversation with them ahead of time. They're going to call and see what you want. They're also going to check to see that you're pre-approved. That's really important. I'll go over pre-approvals in another video. So So the next thing they're going to do is take you to actually tour those homes. So you don't want to just show up on your own and walk into a seller's home and poke around and see, oh yeah, maybe I want to buy this. You pretty much need a buyer's agent to come with you to get the key and open the door if the home is not occupied, or discuss with the seller a good time to visit when they're home. Now, a buyer's agent, most of the time, if you're going to view a home with them, they haven't actually seen the home before. They're there for you. They're not there for the home. Now, once you picked out a home that you really like and you want to put in an offer, the first thing you're going to want to do is call up the seller right away, say, oh my God, I really, really want your home and I will pay whatever it costs.
Well, I'm just gonna spill my guts. I love it to death. I'm gonna give you a deposit this minute.
Yeah, probably not. You're going to want to put together an offer with your buyer's agent that your buyer's agent is going to take to the seller to negotiate with you.
But at what cost? At what cost?
Real estate agents are paid by commission, and that commission is determined by a percentage of the sale price of the home. But interestingly, the buyer actually doesn't pay commission to the real estate agents at all. There's no fee up front to use a buyer's agent. That buyer's agent only gets paid when the deal closes, and that money comes out of the seller's cut. So it's actually pretty cool, and it's part of why I really like working with buyers, because there's a little bit less of that, oh, I'm paying so much money to have this person help me. No, don't worry about it. That money is coming from the seller. So there's pretty much no downside. There are a couple different ways to find a buyer's agent. One is pretty simple, ask around, word of mouth, see if there's anyone in your area that's recently bought a home or sold a home and has a real estate agent that they like. The other way, so remember when I talked about clicking on that take a tour button on Zillow? It's going to bring up a buyer's agent automatically. Basically, you make that connection through Zillow or one of those sites, and then you go out to meet them and you see if it's a good fit, see if it's somebody that you want to work with, see if it's somebody that is answering the phone, that seems to vibe with you. That honestly is probably one of the most crucial things, is finding an agent that vibes with you.
Ah, you must be Andy Bernard. Aloha and welcome.
And you must be Michael Scott. Aloha and hello.
Oh, very good.
I have kind of a little bit more of a laid back attitude. I like to consider myself a little bit goofy, a little bit I like to say I pride myself on being an actual human being. Maybe that's a pretty low bar, but for me, I would want to work with somebody that I felt like I could have a conversation with. Another way you might find a buyer's agent is if they reach out to you. So as real estate agents, we run our own businesses. People don't just walk through the door and offer to pay us. We have to go out and find you. You're out here trying to find us. We're out there trying to find you. Sometimes we'll come together through the magic of lead generation. If you randomly get a phone call from an agent or an email, a lot of the time what's happened is your activity online in your home search has triggered this lead generation software so that the real estate agent is going to be able to reach out to you and see if there's anything you need. I know, Big Brother's watching. But here's the thing, if you don't submit your information, if you don't click through Zillow, click through realtor.com and say, hey, I'm looking to buy a house and here's my phone number and email address, nobody's gonna contact you and you're gonna continue to be on your own. If you do want help, if you do need somebody to help you in that home search and you know down the line you're going to need somebody to help you with an offer, it's okay. You can start submitting your phone number and your email addresses to those sites, because who is going to find you? People like me. And really all we want to do is help. Obviously, we want your business. We're all out here hustling, trying to make it work. But if you find an agent who hopefully, like me, you really enjoy and you really want to work with, if they found you through some of this lead generation website, that's awesome. You're already out there searching for a house. Do you really want to search for a real estate agent too? Ooh, that's a really good idea. What if there was like Tinder for real estate agents? You could like swipe right, swipe left. You know what though? Then the prettiest agents would have the biggest advantage. And honestly, a lot of the time they kind of already do. So maybe that's not the best idea. So if you're buying a house, do you really need a buyer's agent? Okay, legally, you don't. You are perfectly capable and well within your rights to go into a real estate transaction without a buyer's agent on your side. But literally every real estate agent is going to tell you not to do that. Yes, because we get paid if you hire a real estate agent, but also it is way too easy to mess up a real estate transaction. This is hundreds of thousands of dollars of your money. Do you really want to try to mess with that yourself? I know I wouldn't. Sometimes I can't even get through a sale rack without having a panic attack. I absolutely could not handle the purchase of my own home without an agent. Okay, I am an agent, so it's slightly different, but you take my point. I know it's really easy to think of a real estate agent as a piranha, as somebody who's just out to, get your money. I know I've met some agents that really have that glad, handy smile, and you feel like, is this person giving me the runaround? Is this like when I take my car into the mechanic and I just went in to get an oil change, and the next thing I know, I'm $2,500 in debt because they replaced the gasket on the serpentine hammer spark, or, whatever. But real estate agents have to answer to their local real estate commission, and that commission has a lot of laws and rules that we have to abide by. One of the major things is called fiduciary responsibility. Whoever is representing you owes a fiduciary responsibility to you and you alone. My advice is specific to New Jersey. It is often applicable elsewhere, but just a nice little disclaimer there. If I'm your buyer's agent, I'm representing your interests. I'm not representing that seller. I want you to get your home at the best price possible. I don't care if the seller is getting the most money. In fact, it probably benefits me and you if we get a little bit of a better price. Another really good reason to hire a buyer's agent is because the real estate world can be really confusing. It's the kind of thing you don't normally do every day, and you need a lot of people to help you out. There's attorneys that are going to go over your contracts for you, mortgage lenders who are going to help you with your financing, inspections to do of the home. There are all these different roles that are going to come into a real estate transaction, and real estate agents have those connections. You don't have to go it alone. I like to think of the closing table as a trial by combat. Can you go into the ring and fight on your own behalf? Sure, absolutely. If you're Sandor Clegane, sure, maybe you can do it by yourself. But I'm willing to bet you're a little more of a Tyrion Lannister. I know I am.
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
You're gonna want somebody like Oberyn Tyrell in your corner. Okay, maybe not Oberyn Tyrell. That didn't exactly go very well for Tyrion. It ended up working out okay in the end. But the point is, you want a champion. You want somebody that's going to be there representing you, that's going to help you through the transaction to get everything squared away so that you don't have to stress. So I hope this information was helpful. I hope that those of you who don't really understand the home buying process yet understand the agency types a little bit better. And maybe if you're currently thinking about buying a home, you know a little bit more about buyer's agents and what they're gonna do for you. If there are any other basic real estate concepts that you feel too embarrassed to ask about, feel free to drop a comment in the comments section. I'd love to hear what your questions are about the real estate world, because honestly, I could talk for hours, and I probably will. If you like this video, please give it a like. That really helps me grow my channel, and it'd be even cooler if you hit subscribe. I know there aren't a lot of you out there right now, but thank you so much for listening, and this has been a really fun video to put together, so I hope you like it. Bye! Oh, somebody is liking my photos on Instagram. All right, getting a little engagement. I like it.